Here's an AMI This Week shortcut with Grant Hardy.
I have to continually shock people that I'm a professional musician. It's like, this is what I've been doing since I'm 4 years old. I have put blood, sweat, and tears into this every single day. The thing that I fight for is just the opportunity to show it because nobody believes I can actually do a good job. My name is Mandy Harvey. I am a singer, songwriter, and author, and I happen to be profoundly deaf. If you have, the passion and the drive to face those barriers that you come up against and knock them down one brick at a time, you really can accomplish the goals that you set forth.
Although Mandy seems to be on the path to meet her goals, in the past, that wasn't always the case.
I have a connective tissue disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Being hard of hearing when I was a child, I was very withdrawn and I didn't socialize very well because I was struggling to understand the world around me. And my mom had the foresight to put me in this choir class because she knew how much I loved music. Everybody was given the sheet music, and for the first time, I had all of the words and everything in front of me, so I got to be a part of the conversation, not just watching it from a distance.
After discovering a love for music, Mandy wanted to make it her life work, but during her college years, she suddenly found her condition worsening.
I was having a lot of surgeries and a lot of pressure and stress and hormones that all hit and created a perfect storm where my body attacked itself. And it felt like, at first, every single day there was just one more thing that I couldn't quite understand anymore, until everything really just went dark. At the time, I was just angry. I was angry at everything and severely depressed, not because I am deaf. I've gotten to a point where I've embraced that part of who I was and who I am, but you do really mourn the loss of your past self and how you used to go about the world. Music was one of those things that, as a person who is deaf, I was told countless times that I would never be able to experience, I would never be able to enjoy, and I would never be able to be even mediocre with. And so I walked away from it. And my dad was the real reason why I started playing guitar again, because he just missed that part of our connection as people.
My goal was to help her reconnect with music enough to help with the healing of her heart. My name is Joe Harvey, and actually most everybody who knows me these days seems to know me as Mandy Harvey's dad. One evening, I asked her if she would sit down and just play guitar with me. I knew she couldn't hear it, of course, and I knew it would be a bit painful, but we had these big acoustic guitars, and if you play guitar, they just, when you hold them and strum them, they just rumble against your body. And I knew that she could feel the music, and she has the rhythm, and she just has that stuff inside of her.
He asked me to play guitar. I begrudgingly said yes. I really didn't want to do it. And I started to pay attention and started to notice how much vibration is being made by simply playing the instrument. And I never paid attention to it before. And it was these tiny little sparks of music didn't die. I gave up on it.
From that, I challenged her to learn a song. I wish I could tell you that was some brilliant strategy on my part. It wasn't. It was just a dad trying to encourage his daughter. But where she would take it from there, that would have to do with her own courage and determination.
Once rekindled, Mandy's musical passion led her into the spotlight as a contestant on America's Got Talent.
I walked out on that stage with the thought that if I can encourage one person, then it's worth it. Even if I get X'd off the stage and completely embarrassed, and if I have every single person in the world sending me hate mail or, oh, she's not cute enough, or judging me from head to toe, which they do, if I can make one person smile or start one conversation or inspire one person to maybe get back up off the floor, bring it on.
We weren't expecting the amazing response that she received. In fact, Grant, to be totally honest with you, I liked the song Try, but I didn't think it was a good audition song. But it turned out to be really the perfect song for her to do because it was her story and her life.
To see an entire audience do deaf applause, because they got to be on my level for a moment, and to see my world for just a moment, it was really impactful to me.
People are looking for encouragement. They're looking for hope. They're looking for true stories of people who, when their back was against the wall, they didn't just give up.
I want to get involved with doing anything that I can to be encouraging to others, as well as continually pushing people to not be so afraid to fail and actually put themselves out there and for lack of a better word, try.
For more on Mandy, visit mandyharveymusic.com.